All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's Thursday. You know what time it is. Twitch.tv/Major Linux. It's time for another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays. It's one of your hosts, Marcus Major Linux Summers. I'm in the building. Like there's more than just me in this building here. Of course, join me each and every week. It's KKS Gaming.
Hey, it's your boy Kev.
The Pixel Twins are in the building. And of course, we've got an empty spot there. Kev, what do you say we bring somebody in?
Yes.
I think so. I think we should bring in the GOAT, the OG, the one person, as you know, I like to think that, you know, for us, we're a very open source friendly people. You know, we embrace Linux, open source, Google, Android, and all that. We're going to bring in the most closed source person, the Apple GOAT, Microsoft Stan herself. Anca's in the building.
Hey.
We have the Microsoft, the Microsoft representative in the building.
Why you gotta do me like that?
The OG. For those who do not know, for those who are not aware, and I forgot to tell my co-host that, you know, hey, Anca was here at the beginning of the show. Yeah. At the very beginning, before we had, you know, well, actually, I was gonna say before we had dope overlays and all that, but I forgot she created the original, she created the second gen, and she created the current gen. If Mark Cerny is the architect of the PlayStation, Anca is the architect of Tech Talk Thursdays. I'm just saying.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
How about all of that?
Mm-hmm.
Things in Photoshop.
I'm gonna say all of that. I am taking the liberty to saying all of that.
Okay.
Let me turn you up there just a little bit more. Hopefully,
yeah.
Zanka, how you doing? Welcome. It's been far too long.
Yes.
To have you back on the show.
Yes.
I'm glad to be here. I'm really tired though, but well, y'all know why. But
I mean, we may know. I may know. Kev may know. I mean,
well, guess what? It's hacking season apparently.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Is it already? Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even Black Friday yet.
It's like getting hacked. Entire company hacked. I've been working non-stop since last Friday. That's what I woke up to.
It'd be like, it's like Robert Thade. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody getting hacked. Boom. Everybody get hacked.
This is just a daily reminder to make sure you're reading emails before you click on things.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
See, even when Say's not here, we still dropping big facts.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know what people expect though. It's almost as if, you know, people don't expect, you know, black folk from the South don't know what the fuck we talking about. But I'm just saying. We know.
Just saying. Yeah.
We ain't gotta be from the inner city.
No. We know like, what we're talking about.
I don't know about Kev, I don't know about Anca, but I grew up in a town with like 2 street lights.
Oof.
And 1 computer for every 20 people.
That was.
And somehow I got the fuck up out of there.
Yeah, I was.
My road was dirt before they paved it in middle school.
Yeah, I'm the reverse. I'm a city baby, and they were like, "Nah, we got the streets is too hot. We got to go." Crack in the 80s, we got to get out of it. And we were like, "Nah," and so we went to the country, and so we was cool. So yeah, the block was tight.
Oh my god.
Carol City.
But yeah, like we were talking, like it was something we were talking about it before, and it dawned on me. Damn, how was it that the 3 of us, like I know, I believe like you're North Carolinian too. Like you were born and raised in North Carolina. So like, how is it that the 3 of us from the South, like I don't think I know any black folks from the South who are doing any kind of tech, which not to say that they aren't there. It's not to say that they aren't on YouTube, on Twitch, none of that. Again, I went to A&T, so I know there's a lot of black folk who are very, very smart. from North Carolina, because you know we all like that in-state tuition.
Did he say A&T?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
Ma'am.
Uh-oh.
Ma'am.
It's all about those Spartans, though.
Again,
Hey.
how you gonna come for an HBCU
Wow.
like that? I can see if you were like Winston-Salem State. I can see if you were Howard. I can see if you were Norfolk State, FAMU. No, you UNCG. Get out of here. Y'all ain't even got a football team. Y'all ain't even got a football team.
We have a football team.
Man, nah, get out of here. Get out of here. We got that too. You get the fuck out of here.
Football.
We got that too. We got American football team. We weren't good when I was there, but we got better when I left.
Anyway.
Speaking of football, man, it's homecoming. Homecoming this week for A&T. And as much as I was not going to be in Greensboro for that anyway.
Right.
It's still a thing like, damn, it is homecoming this week.
I'm a little I was expecting to, turn up a little bit.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you there. You could have been boots on the ground. Because it's wilding over there on Lee Street.
I don't know if you saw. I did. Okay, now it's Gate City Boulevard, but we're not going to go into that because it's actually High Point Road. But we're not also going to go into that. Anyway, I don't know if you saw my tweet that said somebody said G-Ho feels like UNCG homecoming. I was like, y'all gonna leave my school alone.
Wow.
You like see what you not gonna do.
Exactly.
Is that.
That's why I always come into our school for food. Like, I don't understand.
I mean, look. Sometimes soul food, home cooking, it gets bad. Maybe we want some good fast food or something. I don't know.
Fast food?
I don't know.
Yes. You think we sell those things at the illustrious United?
Did she put illustrious and UNCG together? Girl, get the hell up out of here with that nonsense. I don't know who you trying to fool with that mess.
Shaking my head.
Oh my goodness. Yo, so we got some tech, we got some gaming, but we got one big story. If we're gonna bring the OG on, we gotta change the game up just a little bit.
Right.
And I have just the thing to change it up. Kev, I heard you got something yesterday.
I did.
What'd you get?
I got me a Pixel 4a.
A Pixel 4a? You mean? Yes. Oops, wrong scene. This right here? This very Pixel 4a right here? That's on my desk here. Make sure I line it up properly.
Yeah.
Also, I want to point out before we go any further, shout out to OBS.Ninja for providing this amazing setup to allow me to use my iPhone 12 Pro, which again I've had also for a week and have not used at all, and I'm kind of mad about. But being able to use my iPhone 12 Pro as a camera to stream into OBS through a website. Today, and I'm jumping ahead a bit. I'm really salty about this. I want to get this out. Today, Elgato announced, or they purchased a company. I forget what the name of it was, but they were selling an app that does pretty much the same thing for $8. There's a free version, but it's like 480p or some shit. But to get the 1080p version of that app, you have to pay $8. And it doesn't keep the phone on.
What?
It allows you to use wireless, USB, or NDI, which is what we use for our video feeds through Skype. So it would have been nothing to implement that into OBS. But when you turn on the app to use the camera, it does not keep the phone on. So I had to open the app every 30 seconds. Also, it's one thing if your phone fell asleep on the app it was using, so when you unlock it, it goes right back to the app. No! Every time I unlocked my phone, I was back at the home screen. I had to swipe back into the app, then wait for it to connect, and then I was able to use it.
Whose man's didn't set something? Oh.
They are charging $8, and it is only available on iOS.
$8
on iOS. So Android people is out here in the cold, which nothing new.
It's not.
But
it's not. As I've learned this week, it's not.
Like nothing new. But it's just like the absolute disrespect though. Like you came out with your whole chest and it don't work. Like
it don't.
Ad buys
the things like that.
retweets.
Yeah, like you watch the video, you see these people. Like say, all right, I'm gonna switch over to this overhead cam where my iPhone is, and look, we can look at pictures. Of like my phone isn't staying up, and I got a new one, brand new. It still smells new, and it don't work like that.
The shame.
quality that you have right now, Major, is really crisp.
That's what I'm saying, from a website, and the latency is like, come on. It's beating the It's like matching the latency as if I was doing this over my home Wi-Fi or if it was over USB. Like, what the fuck? Also, it is available on Android. You can use this shit on Android.
Yep. For what was it for the low cost of what?
Free $99.
Yeah, free dollars and free cents.
Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Right.
I spent $8. Like, people were like, yo, I gotta try this. Like, no, the fuck you don't.
No.
I could have told y'all that, but no. For science, I will spend $8. Way too much for this. Only to find out this shit don't fucking work.
You know. Oh,
no,
sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. You know this is the same company that tried to charge people like a yearly fee for the Stream Deck mobile thing.
It's dumb. Now I'm not gonna lie, like Elgato does make some dope products, and I don't know about the cost of the damn key light. I've got one that I use that now. I actually like my key light. I have an Elgato HD60 Pro in my PC. I like that. Granted, I had to get an AverMedia Live Gamer HD2 to get my Elgato to work.
Yep. And then the Elgato was like, oh shit.
Yeah, make that make sense.
Like I'm finna. Let me start working.
Yes.
Right.
It was like his Elgato knew what time it was and was like, let me go find them drivers. Hold up. Where my drivers at? Okay, I'm working now. I found them. See, found these drivers.
Well,
that thing knew it was going to be an eBay listing in 2 seconds and was like, okay.
But yeah, it's like Elgato, they make some good stuff, but again, charging a fee for something that can be done in software very easily. Like I wouldn't mind paying a flat rate to get a Stream Deck app on my phone. That's fine. Right. Again, developers got to get paid.
Right.
I get that. So I don't mind paying a flat rate for that, but charging a subscription for that doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
Charging $8 for something that is relatively free.
Right.
That works on a browser. Like, I need to go back to the site and I need to make sure there's not like a PayPal link in there because I'm going to just donate $10 to them.
You better off just giving them the $8.
Yes.
Better off just giving them kicking them $8.
If they're charging $8, that means they losing something somewhere. They're like, we gotta make up for this loss of revenue somehow. Cause I don't know. We just gonna release something that don't work.
Like
they're not gonna notice.
Like I spent $8. This app don't fucking work. Like what? No.
Yes.
I'm tight. I'm tight because like I spent And like, it wasn't as easy as they made it seem. Like, yeah, if you download the app and launch it, and you plug it in through Windows and iTunes, and it'll send you the driver. Like, it sent me no driver. I had to go find it, install it, got it to work, and even then, still was like, nah, B.
Nah, fam.
Bad.
No.
Big
and
man.
then I just went to OBS.Ninja, turned it on, pointed it at my phone, had it set up similar to this earlier today, and then I went looking for something and just left it like this, and it stayed connected. It was still giving a live feed. I could see the time change on my phone. I saw the notifications come. Like, this shit's working. I've left it for 5 minutes. What the fuck are we doing here? What's going on, young boy? We are talking about Elgato and their just shit show of an app that they acquired and announced today.
Their raggedy app.
Raggedy app.
What was it? Echo Cam? Epoch Cam. EPOCCAM. That's what. Epoch Cam.
Doesn't matter. Raggedy.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Don't
Raggedy Cam.
Again, OBS.Ninja is where you need to go.
Save your $8.
Please. Or donate it to OBS.Ninja.
Or make it free and make it work.
Well, I mean, they do have a free version, but it's 480p. But it probably still don't work. But, you know.
Yeah, that'd be crazy if the 480p one worked. And yeah, that was messed up.
Yeah, no more $8 for y'all.
Anywho,
Or they got to pull that free version away. Yeah.
Anywho, I'm done dragging Elgato. I'm pretty sure they'll come up soon later. But we're here to talk about this Google Pixel 4a, this wonderful device we have right here. Of course, only coming in one color, just black. And only in one size, 128 gigabytes, one camera on the back, one camera on the front. Got the little pinhole there. And I'm going to see if I can unlock this.
Yeah.
Oddly similar to an iPhone 11.
But not. But not.
Sundial was like, listen, y'all get one phone, black. I don't care. I don't want to hear nothing from y'all. Black.
Just black.
Okay?
One size, one phone. No decisions here.
Sundial out, and it was like out.
All right. So for me, having this phone, so let's set the stage for me here. I ordered this phone some time ago. It was supposed to be here last Wednesday, but you know, FedEx. Oh boy, and the story with that, I'll get into that. That's the thing. So I got this here with my iPhone 12 Pro. Of course, again, I'm using the 12 Pro to shoot this, which again. Thank you, OBS.Ninja.
Crispy. Looks amazing.
So I've been using this after switching over from my iPhone 11 Pro. I'm going to tell you something. If you are looking at this phone from an iPhone, don't do it unless your iPhone is just old as dirt.
Yeah.
Don't do it. I'm going to tell you, I love this phone, but I hated it at the same time.
What the Pixel?
Yes.
Wow.
Again, it's coming from the point of view of somebody who had an iPhone 11 Pro.
Right.
And is stepping down to a budget phone. It's like, no, who does this? This seems really dumb.
Budget? Really? Oh.
Well, think about it. This phone is $350.
Yeah.
Right.
It has a processor as the mid-range processor from a year ago.
Yeah, Qualcomm
not this year's mid-range, last year's mid-range.
Right. It's like a Snapdragon 730G. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, like it's $350.
Yeah.
Which again, so outside of the fact that I'm coming from an 11 Pro to a Pixel 4a.
Right.
Which don't do that.
No.
If this is your first smartphone, if this is a smartphone for somebody who lived in the mid-range market, if this is your upgrade from a phone from 5-10 years ago, this right here, this phone right here is amazing.
It is. and this phone right here is amazing to me because I came from a old shitty ass Samsung Galaxy word salad. I call it word salad because it has the weirdest ass name. It's like a Samsung Galaxy J7 Sky Pro. Like it literally sounds like like a Saturday morning cartoon from like the late 90s where it's like J7 Sky Pro, let's go. Like that. Like it's like hand chops and gestures. It feels like a Sentai series, you know? Like it's like that kind of vibe. It feels like Power Rangers. And it's like it's a janky ass phone. And it was a $200 phone at the time when it came out, but I paid $50 for it on the Black Friday sale. And I was like, at that time it was slow, and now it is slower.
Like you already said it back.
Yeah. So I literally was like, when I opened this phone was like amazing to me, even though this phone is like smaller than my current phone, than my current daily driver. So it was just kind of like, oh, word, fast charging, and it's just like 6 gigs of RAM and 128. You going from like 16 gigs to like 128, and like I transferred all my apps into it, and some apps that weren't even my apps that I shouldn't even had on the damn phone. Like, why is Samsung Internet on here? Get that the fuck out. So I was like, getting rid of some of them apps, and I'm just like, oh my god. And I'm looking at Chadwick's smiling face, and I'm just like, this phone feels good, man. It feels good in the hand. The phone quality is great. But I'm like, yeah, if I had a iPhone 10 or iPhone 11, I would not buy this phone. I would be like, no, I don't need this phone.
Yeah, it's not.
This is not for you.
No, it's not.
This is not for you. This is for me and my broke ass that needs a budget mid-range phone, and it works for me. But I'd be like, yo, if it was like, even if I was a Pixel guy, I wouldn't buy this. I would have bought the Pixel 4a 5G, or I'd have bought the Pixel 5. So this ain't good for like Pixel fans, because you'd be like, oh, you probably had something hot like a couple years ago. You probably sitting up there sitting on your Pixel 4 XL, loving it. You know, not even worried about it. But yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, the thing is, like, if you were trafficking in high-end phones,
right?
Like if you had the Samsung Galaxy S10, if you had the Pixel 4, if you had like the latest LG, whatever the fuck that is now, because God knows where we at with that.
Yeah.
Then yeah, like going to a Pixel 4a isn't the move.
No.
But if you had the high-end phone from 5 years ago, if you were trafficking in old phones, like if your grandparents had the jitterbug and you was like, look, we need apps now. We need to get you an app. Then yeah, the Pixel 4a is amazing for that. Like I cannot sing its praises enough just as a $350 phone. Like it's getting everything you need. It's got like the latest version of Android. So that's one thing. It's got, you get at least 2 years worth of Android. So at least you'll have I'm not sure if that starts with 10 or 11 because the phone shipped with 10, but 11's out now. So I'm not sure if you get 11 and 12 or 11, 12, and 13.
Let me check mine.
They've got dates for that.
Let me check mine. Let's see. This one is.
Well, no, like your phone should probably have 11 on it by now.
Mine shipped with 11.
What I'm saying is, like, the phone launched when they launched the phone. Android 10 was still out.
Right.
So I'm not sure like what the upgrade process. Like they guarantee 2 years through Google. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure if it's going to be if the 2 years is 10, 11, and 12, or is it 10, 11, 12, and 13? Mm-hmm. Because like where is this 2 years ending for us?
Right.
So I'm like, but yeah, like, so with the latest version of Android, it's got the Pixel launcher, which is amazing.
Yes.
Like again, just beautiful beautiful stock Android, which I love.
Yeah.
Of course, you got your Google stuff here. Swipe up, got all your apps. Got your app drawer, which again, I miss an app drawer. I really do. I'm okay with Apple's implementation in 14, but I actually do kind of miss this here. So of course, all Googling this. Of course, I'm still getting messages from people because again, this has been my daily driver for the past week. Looks really like a 1080p display. This phone is actually as big as an iPhone 11 Pro.
Yes.
So again, it felt good to still use a phone of the same size, even like because the 12 Pro grew this year.
Yeah. It's 1080p OLED screen.
Oh yeah.
So it has OLED.
And that's what I love about it, with it still being OLED because of this right here. And I'm glad it kind of went to sleep. Always on display with color.
Yes.
With full color. The battery on this thing is amazing. It's actually, the battery in here is bigger than the iPhone 12 Pro.
It's double.
I was able to use this thing for almost 36 hours without charging it.
Oh.
And then when you do, it has like 18-watt fast charging out of the box. Out of the box, 18-watt fast charging. So like, I woke up, because like I said, I woke up this morning. I basically had it on. It was 8 hours, and I think it went down to 70. And I woke up and it was on 70. And then I like plugged it in, and then I think it was like 70. And when I plugged it in and I turned around and I turned back, it was at 73. It was like, it's super quick.
Yeah.
It's like super fast charging. And I'm looking at it now, and it has a battery reading where it says until 5:30 p.m.
That's what I love. That's also another feature I love. Like, it will tell you how long you, like, at what point it thinks your phone's going to die.
Right.
Also, that feature came in handy when I was trying to transfer data. So it's like, all right, how long is it going to take? Because I've got until 7:30 before this thing dies. I should probably hurry up.
Yeah, it gives yourself some time to like plan out, between charges. Sometimes I've charged less with this phone. And
it updates over time. So like if you're using it more, using it less, it'll actually update that time every so often to let you know.
Yes.
It was like, like if it looks at, you got till 5:30. Well, I'm gonna be out at 5:30. I should probably charge now so I could be ready for that. Yeah, this phone, it's really good. Another big thing I like about it is down here at the bottom. If you're listening to music, it will tell you what you're listening to without prompting.
Yeah, it's got now playing. And I like that.
I put a video on Twitter. I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if y'all seen this this viral video of like a gender reveal, like two babies and like two sumo babies or whatever. They were fighting, but they were playing the John Cena's theme.
I saw that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on? But then I happened to look down at my phone and it was telling me what the song was. So I immediately picked up my iPhone because again, the other phone that I had. It's like,
yes,
let me record this. Oh my God, this is so amazing.
Yes.
But then a better application was my wife was listening to Post Malone today. And we were like, who is this? Who is this artist? Like, who is this? Who's singing this? I looked at my phone, just looked at it, and it told me it was like Rockstar by Post Malone. I was like, that's it.
Lives.
This phone is amazing.
Lives have been saved.
It's great. The one thing I do like about, another thing I like about it, this does not have Face ID, but it does again have the touch sensor on the back. One, I had to buy a case because this touch sensor is really flush. So I had a lot of misreads because I could never find it.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the fingerprint sensor there, I'm able to use this at work. So that, I got the mask, can't use Face ID, but I can sit there and touch the back of this, have access to my phone, get access to my work apps, read whatever emails I need. Some of the buildings I go into, I have to kind of scan so they know who's been in a room. This makes it easier for me to be able to access my camera, sign in to things. Again, like, got the Google Assistant, of course. In order to activate that, swipe up from the corner, that pops up. I'm pretty sure like it has it if this was on Verizon, but I can't use voice over LTE on this thing. That's not a fault of the phone. It's just a fault of the fact that I'm on Google Fi with this. So essentially T-Mobile at this point, because T-Mobile bought Sprint.
Yes.
But yeah, like again, coming from an iPhone 11 Pro, not a good look for me. But I would still recommend this phone. And another reason, I keep forgetting this other reason. So let's see, I'm gonna switch the scene over. Bye bye OBS Ninja. Secular screen. Look, we got a picture of Kev here. Look at this.
Oh Lord, that picture.
It was the only one you had. This is from the front-facing camera of the Pixel 4a.
Yeah, that thing's crisp.
Only
that thing is
one
crispy.
camera, no other sensors.
No sensors. Just
no other sensors on this thing.
It's like 8 megapixel. It's like 8 megapixel selfie camera, 12 megapixel front rear camera. And I haven't tested like the rear camera performance, but the selfies have been really, really good. Like I'm very happy with the selfie performance. Like I was gonna go out today and I was gonna like walk around my front yard because COVID, and just walk around my front yard and just like get some nice little like nature shots and shots of the neighborhood. But it was like, nah, but the weather was like, fuck that plan. And so I was like, well, I guess I'll just have to do with these selfies for right now. So more in-depth video photos later. But I really have been like loving the portrait mode, even in my room where it's like, it's very dark. And sometimes it's like dark and it doesn't really like it's kind of dark and dim in my room a bit, because I have like the single light source, but it like captures low light performance really well. And I know when you take this bad boy outside, even in like overcast, I'm sure that this selfie camera is great. There is like, it has an astro photography mode where it's like you just point it to the sky, hit a button, wait snap a picture, wait a few minutes, and then you can literally see like the star pattern.
I did not know that. I would just end this podcast right now and just try that.
Like it's like there have been many times when I'm like, I'm out in the country and there's no lights, and imagine like taking pictures of that, like taking those like nice overhead picture shots like that.
Like the
and
I'm sorry?
Uncle?
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go.
You said something, but we couldn't hear you.
Oh, I was saying, like, you said you could take like star pictures or whatever. You talking about those fancy looking star photos that look like they're Photoshop, but they're not Photoshop.
Yeah, and you could take that with a $350 camera for a $350 phone, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I now want to go out and.
Yeah, I legit want to go try to do that now, like for real. But it's just like the camera performance is like really solid with the selfies, because I can tell you my old camera looked like my pictures always looked like it had like a bunch of like foreground noise and like background noise. So I get like these noisy pictures, and it looks like my face is being like the lens is smeared with Vaseline. So it's like they're like blurry, but in decent lighting they come off kind of clear. But with this, in the low lights, everything looks good, and in the portrait mode with the blurred background, that looks really good. Like it's made my selfies look so much better, but it's just wild that it's my face, because it's like, dude, it's like I'm like, the camera makes my selfies look good. I just wish I had a better face for taking pictures with. That's what I say. It just looks so good, and I'm like, no, it's all me. The shortcomings is me. So it just looks good.
What did Sin say? What did Sin say? We are not gonna downplay ourselves.
You're right.
Look, turn on the LMFAO. I'm sexy and I know it.
Exactly.
But yeah, like that it goes to show like how far Google's computational photography is. Like for it to be able to use one lens, no additional sensors at all. Like here it is. We're looking at a picture of the iPhone 12 Pro that has 3 cameras, a LiDAR sensor.
Yes.
Like like the laser autofocus shit. Like my Pixel 4a took this photo.
Yeah, it's a good picture.
Like here it is. Here it is. Like my portrait photo here. Of course, you like what I love with Google is like you take the portrait. It doesn't do the portrait automatically. It takes your regular photo, uses the computational photography to figure it out. So it actually provides you. And sorry for all the dandruff. Not wash my hair. It provides you with 2 versions of that photo. So you can see what it was before and what it is now. And also, man, yeah, this blurry background is taking out some of the naps in my hair. So, again, don't mind me. It's, again, not seeing a barber until all this is over. You guys gonna have to deal with it.
Same.
So it's basically a high-tech handheld DSLR.
Yeah. Like, I mean, all these cell phone cameras have become that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not paying for the phone. You're paying for the camera that's on the phone.
And the thing is, like, Google has notoriously been bad, or Android phones have been notoriously bad. Samsung started doing real good.
Yeah.
When I was an Android.
Right.
But then the Pixel came out. The Pixel was okay. The Pixel 2 knocked it out of the park.
Yes. Because it was the camera.
Like the Pixels have been amazing ever since. And like, again,
it set the tone for cameras. It basically set the tone that Pixel is a force to be reckoned with when it comes to cameras. And that's like whenever I seen a review for the Pixel 4a, it's always been like under the guise that Pixel does good cameras. Like Pixels take great pictures. Like let it be known, like iPhone takes good pictures. Like my 4S took some really good pictures when I was in the iPhone Lite. Better than my like point and shoot at the time. Like I would be on vacation. I'd be like, I don't need this. I don't need this point and shoot. I'm just gonna take it with my iPhone because my iPhone's gonna take really good pictures. And that's what it's always been about. This I won't even need. Like I could take this on my vacations. You know, when we go on vacations again. And I could just be like snapping pictures of like Dominican Republic and Barbados and Trinidad and Freeport, Bahamas back again. Like it's good. Oh, is this video? This is
video. Again, the camera can take up to 4K 30.
Right.
But unfortunately, my monitor is only 1080, so this is all we're getting.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cutie.
So we were making muffins. Shout out to my wife, who was an amazing sport for this, because like she does not like to be in many photos. But I told her, so look, I need to test this camera. So she agreed to actually make muffins with my son Caden while I took pictures of the whole thing, just so I could test out this camera.
Oh, I seen those. I didn't know those was the 4A.
Yep. Again, I like 90% of the time I was on a phone, I was on the 4A. Like I forced myself to do this.
Wow, that's dope, man.
Of course, I don't know what happened there, but I think some corruption happened on an Instagram post. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All All right, this one definitely is the iPhone because I'm taking a picture of the Pixel 4a case. So this is the case that I'm rocking with. This is the Spigen case I got for it. So we're gonna move on from that. Here's some night mode photography photos of me just chilling on the couch behind me.
Mm-hmm. That's what I also like about the night mode, where it's like you could be like dark in a dark room and then take like this picture where it's like, oh, is it flash? Is it like wide angle flash? No, it's just that's the camera. The camera is just like, boom. I can take dark pictures. I can be like dark in a dark, well lit. Oh, that's nice. I could be like in like a low lit room, and then it can still come out clear, and people can still notice me. Again, on a $350 phone.
Yeah.
Like
Photo right there.
Yeah, that's a good photo right there.
That's a good scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is me outside, just shaved, so I had to show that off.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad when you can see your mustache. I was like, yeah, I gotta trim that down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just shaved. I had to go show it off, and again, portrait mode. One single lens.
That's
no
good.
additional sensors.
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh.
That's good. That's what I'm saying. That's
clean. That is
mm-hmm.
my eyes like.
Mm-hmm. The crisp nature of those photos. Really nice.
And like, just look at the hat. Look at the hat. That's an amazing hat.
Mm-hmm. The hat looks crisp. The car keys, the mail. Yeah, the marble of the countertop. Yeah.
Okay, so whoa, what is up with all this data corruption on postings at Instagram? That's weird.
That's weird.
I don't know what that is, but yeah. So that's the Google Pixel 4a. Again, if you're looking for an upgrade for a phone, if you are mid-range or if you're just on a very, very old phone and you want a good phone, relatively inexpensive, because again, the iPhone 12 Pro I'm using to shoot this phone with, this one right here, the one I'm pointing at, this little lens, yeah, $1,100 retail.
Yes, not cheap.
$350 for the latest Android. You've seen the photos. The performance is amazing. Now, granted, again, like we mentioned, last year's mid-range processor.
Mm-hmm. Take that into account.
Yeah, again, this is a nice stopgap until you want something better. Like $350, like right now, last year maybe about a year and a half, and then you may move up to something else.
Yes.
It was something to where I thought maybe I should have waited for the Pixel 5 and put that on Fi instead. But again, for $350, amazing camera, up to date software. Oh, and for the gamers out there, the main reason why I wanted to pick up an Android phone and didn't mind skimping on it for a little bit, I can play xCloud now. If I wanted to play Stadia, I can do that. If I wanted to play GeForce Now, I could do that. And Anka, I'm just gonna say something. Nobody's missing anything with xCloud. If you got an Xbox or PC, don't sweat xCloud. Don't do that. It's not fun. It's not. The latency on that, even on Wi-Fi, is horrible.
Wow. Well, see, streaming ain't ready yet.
It was okay when I played Dead Cells, but like trying to play Forza is unplayable.
Mm-hmm.
Mortal Kombat 10, unplayable.
Nah, you can't play fight. You can't play fight games.
Yeah, it's not the best.
You can't do that. Yeah. The latency and like nah, you can't do that. Don't do that to yourself.
Don't do that.
Not fighting games, not driving games. No. But
yeah, again, Pixel 4a.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot recommend this phone enough. I am excited.
Right.
But again, I'm ready to get back to this iPhone 12 Pro though.
Yeah.
But again,
and
I know, Kev. Look, for me, I was thinking about you this entire time. I know you were going to love this phone.
Oh, I am.
I know
like,
love this phone.
Like, I've had it for literally yesterday. And I'm just like, yo, I'm just like getting it down to where it's like, all right, I'm liking what I like on it and getting it to where it kind of works for me in my life. The thing that I've noticed is the cool thing is it has buttons for contacts. It has contact buttons. So basically, you can hit one widget and it makes a phone call. Like, it calls whoever. Like, if you just want Domino's on speed dial and just being like, boop, I want Domino's, boop, hit the button. It's got like individual size for notifications. So if it's just like, yo, I just want to open up Bluetooth and I don't want to open up nothing else, you hit boop and then you go back and then you're back into the main screen again. Another thing that I love is this thing has a thing called Nightlight, and it at certain parts of the day you can set it to certain parts of the day and it turns the screen yellow.
I'm not a fan of that.
Because, well, I like it because I'm definitely one of them people who like to sit up in bed at night and just look at their phone until they go to sleep. I
can see it in bed, but have it, because like I guess I stay up like way late, so it's like that thing cuts on too early for me.
Right.
It's like, this orange, I had to turn that off on everything. I used to have it on all my devices, all my monitors.
Right.
It was like, this ain't the move. This ain't the move.
I mean, like I say, it's not for like every day, but it's definitely for like, oh, I'm winding down, I'm finna go to sleep, you know.
Sorry, what was that, Anka?
Hey, Wonka?
I don't know why my mic is so low. It's right here in front of my face.
Do you have a gate on it that maybe? You may want to check that in software. It may be a gate. It may be like a noise gate you have set up.
Yeah, turn your gain up.
It's all the way up.
So all the way up. There's a. Are you talking about the mixer audio? Or are you talking about the?
I'm talking like a noise gate where she has to be so loud in order for the mic to pick up again.
Oh, okay. Because you can turn.
Like it keeps the ambient noise out when nobody's saying anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I know. That's what it looks like. I can see her talking. It's just I don't hear her talking.
Yeah. It's just not picking you up. Yeah, turn your gain up.
It's all the way up. Like, literally.
Oh, yeah.
It's all the way up. Like,
well, I can say now that at least when you start talking, noise comes out.
Yeah.
Over here, I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, it was like. But
they'd be like,
it's like, what?
So I was saying.
Yeah. Hello?
You know? And I'm like,
hello?
So what I was saying before was I said it doesn't make it more difficult to see at night because I don't like to be in bed and I feel like the yellow screen light.
No, it's not piercing yet. It's not piercing yellow.
No.
But it gets rid of the blue light because they say a lot of blue light keeps you up. Like it just it stimulates the brain too much. It keeps you up all night.
Well, iPhone, of course, iPhones have that feature too.
Right.
And I turn it off because I can't see. I literally can't see.
It's not great. Like it's at a point where it's like, okay, if I'm going to bed, I'm just going to bed. Fine, whatever. I'll make glance at my phone, but I'm not staring at it all night.
Right.
So it's like, I guess this is for people who like to lay in bed and look at their phone. For me, like if I'm in bed now. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Like I have that. Apparently, I have that boundary.
Yeah, I do like that. Where I'm like, there be some times where I'm like, I go to bed, or I'm about to go to bed, and I'm usually cutting on like Bodega Boys on, and I just look at the phone for a little bit for Bodega Boys, and I set the timer, and then I just like, all right, and then I just like lay down, and then Bodega Boys be like, yeah, and then I go to sleep, and then that's what happens. So, but yeah, this is or for those moments where I just like wake up and I'm like, what text, notifications I got, and then I look and then I put the phone back down and I go back to sleep again. So, generally that feature works for me. Playing games on this phone, like the phone apps. Yeah, I have games on my phone now. I literally, because the old phone only had 16. Yeah, I can. Yeah, it's like it was not so much I could run them. It was more like I have room for them now.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
because it was like that complex. It was that complex like. It was that complex. It's like Sophie's Choice, but with apps. Oh, and I'm like literally. Yeah, like I would just
Xbox Series S.
Yeah. Yeah.
What am I gonna do with this 512 gigabytes?
Yeah, what I'm gonna do a half a gig of, probably less than a half a gig. So I'm like, I would have to play like, dang, I can't play Mini Metro, can't play I can't play Mini Metro, I can't play Best Fiends.
Mini Metro's my
Why
game.
did they skip on the storage?
Why they skip on the storage?
Yeah, like.
Who are we talking about?
Xbox.
Oh. I think that was for cost. But to be honest, it's a least powerful console anyway.
Hold on, excuse me real quick. Welcome to Tech Talk Thursdays with your boy Mark Summers, Major Lands, KKS Gaming, and IdiosynAnca. We have another special guest, my mom, who is calling me after 8 p.m., where she knows I normally stream after this. Do you have any burning tech questions that you would like these panel of experts to answer for you?
I'm not trained for this.
How to turn off my son?
Easily, like this.
No, you ain't hang up on your mama like that. No, you ain't hang up on your mama like that.
The beautiful thing is, we have that kind of relationship because she do the same shit to me.
Wow, you just hang up on your mama like that. Shame. Shame.
But look, I'm gonna let y'all talk for a bit. Let me see what she needed.
A mess. But with the whole thing about the Xbox Series S is it basically has, it's just basically cost effective because to me I wouldn't have mind if it was like $350 or $400 and it had like the terabyte. Yeah, I would prefer if that was the case.
Right. So I don't know actually how much the expansion is.
Oh, that's a good $200 right there.
Why?
Because they they want that fast storage.
You go out here and get a terabyte SSD for $69.
Right, but it's that fast like mini NVMe drive, and now I'm waiting for this, but I'm waiting for kind of the bottom to fall out of that one, so that them bad boys gonna get cheaper, and then we might get more like storage variants. Maybe as storage gets cheaper, maybe we might see more cheaper, more affordable expansion cards. But yeah, memory cards in 2020, everybody. Like pretty much that's what it
is. $200 memory cards versus
yeah.
I mean,
like, that just doesn't make sense to me.
It does.
I wish they would have made that more practical, because we all know how much space games take up. Call of Duty.
They've made it to where you can install sections now.
Yeah, but if you want to play one section, you gotta have this pack, and if you want to play that one section, you gotta play this pack. But if you want to play both of those, you gotta have the special combination of the packs. It don't make sense. You might as well just install the whole game.
And if you got data caps, that's not gonna be good after a while. Like, what you mean you downloading? You done downloaded 40 gigs, now you trying to download another 60? What?
Exactly. At this point, Call of Duty on my Xbox has surpassed Destiny, and less than I can't even know how much time that it surpassed it, but it wasn't long.
Mm-hmm.
I've had Destiny for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Too.
Oh,
Yeah, I think last week I think it was a story where no, it wasn't last week. It had to be a couple weeks ago, where Call of Duty can no longer fit on a 256 gigabyte SSD.
Nope.
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
And then one of my friends was like, well, if you don't like it, just don't install it. And I was just sitting here like, it's not even
That's the worst.
that I don't like the game. I like the game. I just think it's ridiculous. It doesn't fit on 200.
Like it doesn't make sense. Like, so for the cost of that card, I argue that it does make sense because it's the same cost as an NVMe drive.
Right.
Like, we did kind of roll that back to where I was angry about the cost of it, but knowing how much fast NVMe storage is, or knowing how much fast NVMe storage costs. There we go. That cost was comparable. What I'm hoping, like Kev said, was that once that cost goes down, the cost of the Seagate storage goes down too.
Mm-hmm.
Which is something that I've not really seen happen in memory cards.
Right. Or we can get third-party support where it could just either be the plug part, and then it's like you can just screw in your own NVMe as NVMe start going thing. Because I can see more third parties doing that as well.
It would be nice, but that also depends on whether or not that slot is proprietary.
Right.
Because that could be a locked up secret between Microsoft and Seagate, to where they're not going to share how to access that expansion port, which means that, sure, you can get like an external, like you can get like a enclosure that can slide into that slot, but somebody have to make it. And if Seagate doesn't open that standard, if Microsoft doesn't open that standard, then you're not going to get it. Mm-hmm. And I don't see either one of those companies providing that standard to be open. They have no incentive to do so.
Right.
But yeah, like you were saying before, like it does not make any sense for this to be the budget console.
Mm-hmm.
To make you have to spend more for storage. Mm-hmm. And then again, like if you have data caps or if you're paying per gigabyte, like having to pay more because you have to delete and re-download.
They might have well just made the console $5.99 and just cut out all of that extra. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's cheaper. Yeah, until you need more storage.
Yeah, like my argument with that was if they wanted to make a cheaper one, they should have kept the storage. But all right, okay, it does like with everything else with that was okay. It does 1440p over 4K, great. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have a disk drive, great. But it also has a terabyte of storage, or 600. I forget what the number was. It was 824. We'll just say terabyte.
Terabyte.
There's a terabyte of storage. Which again, I still want to know how much usable storage a PS5 has. They did on the box at least acknowledge it is 825.
Yeah, so I think with that, I think 825 is going to be used until them.
It can't be. Again, if you put 825 on the box, that's how big the drive is, but it's not how much it is usable. Like they didn't write 1 terabyte on the box; they wrote 825 gigabytes.
You know that
100 usable.
that's gonna suck if somebody says like. They think, oh, I'm so glad that they didn't say a terabyte, and they actually said the actual usable drive space, and then you get like probably like 725 on it.
Well, I'm just gonna say that we said that. We literally said that. We were like, hey, they're telling us how much usable storage. No, that's not what they were telling us.
And I oop.
Yep. Yeah. Sometimes we get it wrong. Sometimes Negro Damas gets it wrong.
Yeah, I mean that does happen. I mean, thank the Lord, the fate of the world is not on our predictions. But
I mean, granted, some people would think that that's what that is, but
yeah. But
young boy saying supposedly it's like 650 gigabytes. A leaked picture from Russian. Funny enough,
I would be hot. Like I would be hot if that was the case. Like I would be big mad if it was like you paid $600 for a console and you don't even get, and you get like 650. Like, and imagine like all digital. Like, imagine like just getting the digital one.
And to think about it too, the Xbox Series X has more usable storage than the Xbox One X, and they're both a terabyte.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Keep that in mind too. So we were harping on this shit. Well, actually, no, we weren't harping on the X because again, we just like we know that's how computers work.
Right.
It's
we
just
know
that the Xbox Series X has more usable storage than the Xbox One X does, and they're both a terabyte storage.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's weird that they're using this proprietary. It's weird that they're using a proprietary technology, but again, I can see it as a way to make adding storage easier for users.
Yeah.
Because like you and I, we could all hop into an Xbox or any computer, any technology, and up the storage. Like that's like NVMe's, that's whatever. But not everybody's going to be that confident in doing that. Like sure, taking that panel off of the PS5 seems fairly easy. I think that part's the only toolless part.
Right.
But nobody's gonna really go and try to install an NVMe drive like that. That's like that's too computery for me.
Right. It's too computery.
Like not to mention the fact that I saw somebody mention it and I was like, technically they kind of did, but not really. We still don't know what type of NVMe's are supported in the PS5, but we know exactly what storage we can get for the Xbox One X like right now if you want to.
Yeah, looks like a memory card just slapping in the back of the car. Like. Yeah, it's like you have a clear. They have been the one thing I like about Microsoft is they've been really clear on the messaging of if you need more space, $200. Now we might not like to hear it, but we know, hey, if this thing fills up, in my mind, I know where I can go. I know where I can go and get it. I might not like to. But I can, and they've been really cool. They've been really clear about the messaging.
And the other thing too to remember is something I don't think we covered before. It was something I think that was kind of shared further down the line. Is that you can offload your Series X games to external hard drives, so you can plug in your USB 3 drive. You can offload your Series X games to that drive. You can't play it on there though.
Right.
So it's like if you need that space, you can you can go buy an 8 terabyte hard drive. Like I've got the Western Digital My Book. You can buy that, hook that up to your Series S, offload it, and then when you're ready, put it back onto the system. So like that, there's another solution, and it's cheaper.
Yeah, and it's technically
slower,
but
it's still a cheaper option. And it doesn't require you to have to re-download things again.
Right, and it'll just be like moving files over. It'll be quicker. Yeah, because it'll still be like USB type. It'll be USB-C. So you just be like moving stuff files.
No,
it's not USB.
No,
it's not. No, not C. Not C. 3. I meant to say 3.
Yeah, I wish it were Type C. Like they got Type C on the controller, but they ain't got no Type C on no console, and it's really weird. In 2020, there are no USB Type Cs.
That's a missed opportunity. I think I like
you get access to Thunderbolt.
Yeah,
Thunderbolt speeds are amazing. If I can power 2 4K displays off of Thunderbolt, there's no reason why you couldn't put that on there for data transfer.
Exactly.
Thank you. It's really dumb. It's really fucking dumb.
Missed opportunities. Again, consoles, like not really computers, but missing.
They could if they tried.
It could be if they tried. Exactly. It could if
Sony tried.
Yeah. So.
Oh my goodness.
But at least that's good that you can offload games, because there'll be some times I'm like, I don't want to like delete this and download it again, but I don't want to play it right now, and I don't want to like, so I can kind of like swap games around. So that is good that I could definitely do it. Again, not a bad point. I'll call that a percentage point towards Microsoft on that. So good job, Phil Spencer, and also Boo Don Matrick.
Xbox Max to Race.
No. Stop.
I'm sorry. You got cold, Uncle? What's up? You a lozenge? Some Ricola.
Ain't no master races here.
Nope.
No master races. Oh my goodness, man. We got a lot of other stories though. I'm gonna see if I can run through them real quick here.
We can do that. Lightning round.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lightning round. So I guess stop me when something tickles your fancy. If you did pick up a new iPhone, hey, you may want to re-enable your contact tracing apps. Actually, I had to do that. So
wait, that's the feature?
What?
Wait, or you gotta actually download the app?
Yeah, you gotta go because like again, everybody's developing apps, but they're plugging into the APIs that Google and Apple provided.
Right.
What they're saying is, if you upgrade your phone, which makes sense, you may need to re-enable the API features in the phone because it's a new device. So yeah, they're saying go ahead. If you may want to check, make sure that your contact tracing apps are working on iPhone 12. Again, I had to do that for mine because again, I'm not walking out and not being told that somebody around me got COVID because fuck you. Yeah, I am about to be caught slipping. So yeah, make sure you go ahead and do that. YouTube introduces smart suggestions for dumb people who can't hold their phone good.
That one made me laugh.
I ran into this issue. I tried to watch a vertical video horizontally. YouTube told me, no, flip the phone around. It told me to hold it vertically. I do not know why now this wants to make vertical videos. I hate it. But yeah, I was watching a Now This video on YouTube, and they told me to hold my phone like this.
I can't stand vertical video. Like, I understand, sometimes it's necessary, but I absolutely detest vertical video. And I don't like when people are recording you and they record you vertically. I need you to do it landscape.
I reach out and tell my wife's phone and say, no, we're not doing this.
I can't. You can't work with vertical video in Premiere. You can't.
No.
It looks bad. Stop recording it. Stop. Please. Get help.
Also, quick nitpick. I was watching Crunchyroll. I was watching Crunchyroll. I was using the Crunchyroll app, and for some reason, Crunchyroll has a vertical display. I don't know how this works, but it's like the anime was vertical, and then
do you know if you swipe down the notifications, there's a little option where you can turn on auto rotate?
No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know about auto rotate. Okay, but I mean, when I'm holding,
and was wondering why my phone would not rotate.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm holding the phone. I'm hitting the button. I'm watching like sports climbing girl club. I don't know the exact name of it, but it's like basically like rock climbing, sports anime with rock climbing high school girls.
Everything.
But yes, don't judge me because I like sports anime.
I'm judging you all the time now.
And it's in between episodes of Haikyuu, so I can't. So I need something to watch in the middle of that. So when I watch the video is horizontal, is like vertical, but then I have to turn it. See, old phone used to be like it'd be in vertical, and then it'd be like, oh, don't worry about FM, and then it would just turn when I started the video. I need that to be a thing. I need that to be a thing for this phone. Because that just irritates me to the core when I'm looking at vertical ass anime when it should be horizontal like this. And I'm like, that's wild.
It is wild.
Because I'm like, I don't know. And that's why I'm like, no. Like, I'm used to that in YouTube. I'm fine with that in YouTube.
But even in YouTube, it's vertical, but the video is horizontal on the screen. Like
that's I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that. Instagram, whatever, it's your deal.
It is what it is.
Yeah. But I can't do that. I can't do that with Crunchyroll. Like no.
I need landscape.
I need landscape.
It's the whole thing.
Just turn the video.
Just get rid of portrait mode in general. Just get rid of it.
That's what, like, again, like I can't remember. There used to be a phone or there was an app that would always record video and landscape, even if you held the phone in portrait. Right. That just needs to be a thing. What are we doing?
I think I'm trying to figure out something was a thing where it was like it would film in landscape no matter how you held the phone.
Yeah, like I remember that vertical, too.
Yeah, and I'm like
that too, and it's bothering me. I can't remember what it is.
I need to know where that is so I can sleep at night. Like right. I need to know.
Oh my goodness. Hey, remember your favorite program, Zoom? You know, the thing that took off like a rocket at the beginning of the pandemic? And how everybody hated it for one reason or another, and we hated it back in the old days in season 2 of the show.
Yeah, season 2.
In season 2, because again, we need to recognize season 1. In season 2, we hated it because of the fact that, or at least I hated it because the free version, Zoom was like, hey, we're just going to give your data to the FBI whenever they ask for it. Also, you don't get encryption. Well, they fixed the encryption.
Good.
They are now doing end-to-end encryption, but of course, if you enable it, certain features don't work.
Yeah.
When using end-to-end encryption, users will temporarily lose support for cloud recording, streaming, live transcription, breakout rooms, polling, one-on-one private chat, join before hosts, and meeting reactions. Zoom describes this as phase 1 of 4, so hopefully these features will be compatible as we reach later phases.
That's wild.
Also, apparently, if you choose not to do the end-to-end, you can live stream your Zoom sessions directly to YouTube.
Oh, I can see that going to the left.
One step forward, 5 steps back. Thank you, Zoom.
Yeah.
End-to-end encryption.
Yeah.
Can stream YouTube. Makes it unencrypted.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they explicitly say that though. they did say that, hey, if you use end-to-end encryption, you can't stream to YouTube.
Well,
I mean, which makes sense. But yeah, 1 step forward, 5 steps back. Thanks, Zoom.
They literally roll the dice, gain 5 spaces, drew a card, and then move back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks, Zoom.
Yep.
An unstaffed store in South Korea will sell you an iPhone, and entry is allowed via face recognition. Apparently, you have to register with your face and then show up at a scheduled time. It will scan your face and then let you pick up an iPhone with nobody in it.
Oh, that sounds like
security light.
That sounds like my dreams. Oh.
Let's see here.
I can shop with no human interaction.
It does sound like a dream.
I mean, there's going to be some human interaction.
The T-Factory 24 Unstaffed store claims to allow customers to buy a new smartphone in just 5 minutes. T-Factory will operate an unmanned store named T-Factory 24 that opens 24 hours a day to enable customers to self-check-in, compare smartphones, receive AI-based consulting on price plans, purchase a smartphone and accessories, sign up for service, and sell used phones. After registering once, customers can enter the store anytime via facial recognition-based self-check-in. To protect customers against COVID-19 pandemic, SKT installed a specially designed gate kiosk, apply with door sensors and thermal sensors of ADT caps. T-Factory 24 is expected to provide improved customer convenience by enabling customers to complete the sign-up process and leave the store with a new smartphone in just 5 minutes.
Will people actually make a decision in 5 minutes?
I could, because I did all my research before I left the house.
Okay, but that's you. You're the exception to the rule.
That's what I'm saying. Look, this sounds like a dream. As somebody who, like, it's a big event to walk into a Best Buy, which I've done again, by the way, because I had to pick up my iPhone 12 case. It's a big event to walk into a store. So to be able to walk into a store and be out as quickly as I can with nobody else in it.
Yeah.
You know what?
Same.
I'm here.
But
can we get this
how
in the
many
States?
people are going to do research beforehand? I'll be honest and say that I do not really do that much research.
You're thinking like an American. Don't do that. This is a show about big brain ideas.
I mean, but I don't do the research because I know what I want going in there. I don't have to do the research.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you know what you want.
Yeah.
But the people that don't know what they want.
See, again,
you're
thinking about the average everyday American, and we don't want to have that in.
But you have to think like
Which is unfortunate. You are absolutely right.
That's why I had to say. That's why I had to say the major last week about the whole thing. Don't think about yourself as being like the person with a whole bunch of stuff. Think about yourself as the person who's like when I think about this type of person, this would be good for my dad because my dad don't talk. My dad didn't used to talk to nobody, and he'd go in, handle his business, and come back out.
It's the best.
Yeah, my dad was like that. He's like, I know what I want. I know what I need. I don't need to shop.
I don't think average everyday Americans would even use this.
No,
because there's no human interaction. Again, you got people who are afraid to wear masks because they can't see the smiles on other people's faces.
You know.
Okay, if you're not looking at the person's eyes, that's what's most important.
Again, that's why I know nobody's going to use this store because again, if you can't wear a mask because you're afraid nobody can see your face, then fuck it. Like if you can't see a person,
I'd be like, yo, I cannot wait. I can't wait for this to be a thing. Just be able to walk into imagine like walking into like this a GameStop and you just walk in. And you like scan your face.
I'm sorry. Sid needs to start selling fans because I need one.
Okay, come through with the fan.
Like,
please.
Literally just walk into the GameStop, get whatever I need. Like scan as I go. Don't let them have them scan as you go joints where you can literally scan.
Now remember,
Amazon
is really close to this though. Because they do have those stores where you walk in, you grab the item, and you just walk out.
Yeah, I love that.
So, is it scanning it as you put it in the basket?
Like the cameras, and there's like cameras and sensors that will know what you pick up. And they're pretty smart about knowing when you pick up something and then put it back.
Right.
That's kind of scary. I'm not gonna.
It's scary. It is scary. I will give you that.
It's very Black Mirror.
It's very scary, but it is similar to this.
But it's the fun episodes of Black Mirror, not the scary parts.
Yeah, it's the beginning, not the end.
There are
fun the beginning part of that. That's
the
fun part.
Sun, the rainbows are out, everything is all good.
Right.
And then they actually fuck a pig, and it's like, all right, man, look, we ain't signing for this.
No.
What's up, demons? It's me.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll welcome this. I will welcome this.
I welcome that. I'd be fine with that. Because I'm like, I like talking to a whole lot of people. And as a cashier, I ain't like talking to a whole lot of people. So I just want to get the job done and go. And I want no problems. Oh.
All right. It's time to talk about some big moves.
AMD said they had enough.
I don't know.
Dr. Lisa Sue was like, no.
Again, this came through, and I was just totally going to skip it. But again, it made a big stink. It made a big stink in Discord. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Fine.
You can't skip that.
I only know a Xilinx because of the FPGA cards I install in computers at my job. That's about it.
Yeah.
But apparently, like after reading it and after reading what Xilinx does, okay, I see. Okay, big brain now. So AMD is acquiring custom chip manufacturer Xilinx in a deal worth $35 billion. Now, of course, a lot of people will know Xilinx again, as I stated, for making field programmable field programmable gate arrays. But the thing I did not know they make is socket on chips or system on chips, which is definitely that one right there. That SoC is what's going to help them out. Of course, when you think about other PC component manufacturers doing things, Nvidia bought ARM earlier in the year, about a couple of months ago, for $40 billion. So what they're saying is that Xilinx, I don't know how to pronounce it, is going to help AMD in their data center space, but also is going to help them with their research and development costs in probably developing new chips. So, what's maybe good for Epic and data centers may start rolling down to your Ryzens and your PCs and your Radeons and your system and your graphics cards.
Mm-hmm.
The CC said they make chocolate chips. Oh, if only.
Could you imagine you open up your device and you just see chocolate right there on the motherboard?
I mean, if I paid chocolate money and not graphics card money, I'd be okay with this.
Mm-hmm. If it was like a cookie shaped graphics card, sure, why not?
But again, if I paid cookie price for that, not graphics card price.
That's cinnamon in this 1080 in this 3080.
Speaking
kind of
Speaking of graphics cards, Big Navi is here. AMD RX 6000 cards have been announced along with RDNA 2. Of course, now we kind of have an idea of what graphics these consoles are powering, even though nobody's really saying that yet.
No, they're not saying.
I haven't seen it. I missed this presentation the other day, so I know I watched the Ryzen one with you a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I've been missing everything. I don't know what's so good.
But of course, you got the Ryzen 6800, the 6800 XT, and the 6900 XT. I want to say, what are we looking at? The 6800, I think, is comparable to the 3070. The 6800 XT is the 3080.
Yeah.
And 6900 XE is the 3090.
Yeah.
So $579 for 6080 or 6800, $649 for the 6800 XT, and $999 for 6900 XT. First two cards being available on November 18th, with the big bad boy available on the 8th.
Yep.
All new AMD kind of sounded, yeah, they are. Like from what I've been hearing people discuss so far, because again, missed the event. It seems like they're doing really good. I'm still leaning NVIDIA though, because of the fact that they have their RTX stuff. They have their Tensor cores kind of plugging into Adobe Premiere. They're plugging into OBS. They've got the RTX broadcast stuff. Like they're utilizing their hardware capabilities to do other things.
Right.
Where it seems like AMD is using their cards solely to just push graphics out of games.
Right.
So like these may be comparable in price if you're talking about like just playing video games. AMD may be that thing for you.
Yes.
But NVIDIA still provides extra stuff on the hardware side.
Right.
Like I need to go back and look a little bit more and see how AMD is handling ray tracing. Like they're using DirectX's version of ray tracing. So what Microsoft developed, and I guess Microsoft and AMD worked on that. But and like there has to be hardware. It has to be hardware-based ray tracing. But it's not like I don't know if there's like something specific, like a specific section of the AMD card that's being used for ray tracing. Or if it's using...
I would expect that they do. I would expect that they do have some based on hardware-based ray tracing. Because I can't imagine like software to fill in the gaps and be like, we have the hardware, but then we're gonna like it's gonna be software-based. Software ain't always the best. Like you need something that's affixed to that the card to handle it. Because sometimes software doesn't always get it right.
Exactly.
So like I'd be interested to see like what the benchmarks and stuff look like for this. So there's new innovation on AMD sides, like the CPU having full access to the GPU's memory. Didn't NVIDIA do that too? I don't remember. I could have sworn NVIDIA did the same thing. Anywho, but yeah, thank you, Tatharu, for coming through. CPU having full access to the GPU's memory. So again, you're looking at improved productivity, gaming, stuff like that. Again, yeah, I was woefully unprepared for this because again, I did not catch the AMD stream in time. I was watching everything after the fact and kind of getting information piecemeal.
Yeah, I was kind of like I didn't watch all the full breakdown, but I kind of caught like the tail end of it when they were talking about the benchmarks and performance, and I always see that stuff, and I'm like, I'll wait till Gamers Nexus and like Hardware Unboxed do the benchmarks for it, because I'm not finna take what you guys say. I love you, Dr. Lisa, but I'm gonna take what you say with a grain of salt, because you know.
Tathru said NVIDIA Reflex was about GPU being able to get stuff directly from storage, bypassing. Okay, yeah, that's what that was.
Okay.
Same thing. It's same with the PS5 and specifically, I think the PS5 is doing. I'd imagine Xbox may be doing something like that. I don't know, but yeah. We're starting to see like the next gen things step up, both in gaming or both in PC gaming and in consoles. So things are heating up.
Oh yeah, it's definitely.
Also, I believe the 3070s went on sale today and sold out, but I haven't heard much of a stink about the 3070. Actually, hold on. I've heard barely anything about it. So
I've heard some stink, but I've not heard it. But it's not been about the 3070. It's been about NVIDIA, like NVIDIA, and like complicated, like no Founders Edition of a 3070, I think, and Linus.
I'm okay.
Linus with his like, you know, quarantine beard, a tizzy, which I really don't care. Fuck that guy.
I had to let that go. I had to let him go. Could not watch Linus.
So yeah, it's a matter of I know why he's mad, but I don't care why he's mad. But okay, yeah, I understand it, but fuck him. So.
Yeah, so there are no 3070s available, but yeah, I have not. It didn't seem as bad as the 3080 launch. Like I didn't hear that many people complaining about it, but then again, it's also how many people are trying to buy a 3070 when they want the 3080 or the 3090 instead.
Yeah, I think So I think it sold out for those who wanted it because again, not launches, because launches is always going to sell out.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's going to be like that dearth. That dearth of like we can't find a 3080 anywhere. We can't find a 3070 anywhere. They're gonna be 3070s. That's gonna be out. Like
they bought that thing up quick.
Oh yeah. But yeah.
All right, so we got this Google Stadia. We got this creator director story, but let's start off with the streaming story first before we move to it because it's directly related. Twitch and Amazon slammed by RIAA and major industry groups for using unlicensed music. Twitch disputes claim. This is coming out of Variety. Apparently, for those who were around on Twitter last week, for everybody screaming about the DMCA stuff that we covered last week.
Yes,
like we kind of saw that coming.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel some type of way about this.
They said, first of all, what you're not going to continue doing is...
Speak it. Yes. Because I think the one thing, as me, I'm an old YouTuber since 2015. So I know about being demonetized and copyright claims. You can't sneeze without hitting a copyright claim. Right. So I already know what's going on. But so I'm prepared for this. So on the streamer side, I say you have to prepare yourself for the shenanigans that's gonna happen when this thing breaks, and this thing will break.
Exactly.
Because you have to prepare yourself by not playing music. For good doggo, well, we can't play Rihanna and not get dinged for it in some way.
That's what baffles me about this.
The rampant game of like opening up Spotify and playing music that is absolutely dingable. Not indie artists, not sideways artists, not early albums, not
Jay-Z and Kanye West.
Yeah, big peeps. You know what I'm saying? Like Lizzo.
That's what really frustrates me.
And you get dinged for that.
And that's what frustrates me about it is like there are so many people who are blatantly doing this, and they're hiding behind Twitch because they're like, well, I'm not going in trouble. Twitch is going to fight my battles for me.
Right. And on the Twitch side of it, Twitch, you know good and damn well that you guys knew that this shit was gonna hit at some point.
Now, see what gets me with Twitch is soundtrack, and I didn't read this article initially, but when again, I tend to ignore things, but then people throw this shit into Discord, and I'm like, all right, fine, I guess I'll look into it now.
Yeah, look into it. Yeah, for real.
So I actually read the article. Apparently, the RIAA is mad at soundtrack.
Yes.
Which, hey, remember when I told y'all that I tried it and sure, it didn't ding me on my live stream, but boy, did YouTube come for that ass.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Cause that's exactly how that goes. It's like literally YouTube is like, no. That's not gonna work.
You just gonna make a service in front of my service with my service against my service on top of my service?
Yeah,
yes. Exactly.
Like Twitch is being messy with this shit too.
Right.
But the thing, so like all this aside, like sure, okay, if you were a streamer and you were playing music, why are you playing copyrighted music? Twitch, you should have got your shit together too. Also, like I do, like there are things that Twitch needs to do in order to fix the situation. Like like instead of mass deleting VODs.
Twitch, though. That's typical Twitch. We already knew that they weren't going to do nothing.
Like instead of mass deleting VODs and clips, how about mark them as private? That way they're not broadcasting. People can download them. They can do what they need to. YouTube does that. But
unlisted.
We're unlist them. But that's that. The big thing though, the one big issue that I have that I feel like the RIAA needs to get off of people's, get out of the business for, is the copyrighted music that is in video games themselves.
Yes!
Which you can't control.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Every time I see it, how are you gonna ping somebody for something they can't control? That is, if you're playing the game, you should be able to stream it without repercussion.
It's like GTA 5 is the biggest offender of that, because it just literally, like, you can literally turn down all the music, music still pops up. You go into your apartment, there's the music. You're in your car, there's music. You drive to the side, music. So you're gonna get dinged either way. So it's like, just be like, hey, all the soundtrack that's playing in this video game, that's all cool. That's waived. And on top of that, when it comes to, so people don't get dinged, it's like Twitch is owned by Amazon. What is part of Amazon? Amazon Music. Twitch could easily make an Amazon app or plugin that allows to be like, it's cool. Like, just wave it off and be like, as long as you're using the Amazon Music app.
Or not so much the app. Like, Amazon can come and say, look, all right, in order for you to have your music on our platform, you have to allow it to be able to be streamed anywhere. Which means your music can be streamed on Twitch. Which, so, if it's in a video game...
Yeah. Like, that's cool.
Streaming on an Amazon platform, and it's covered.
That would just be too easy for
fair
them.
catch for that.
It would be.
It would be too easy.
Just be like, it's cool.
But don't worry, FIFA's got you covered.
Right.
FIFA 21 now lets players disable all music to avoid streaming copyright infringements.
Thank you. Do you not know how, like, that, like, most these games should have a streamer mode where it just be like, cuts all the music off? Yeah.
Sports games are the worst.
They are the worst. Yeah.
But now that we're talking about royalties and who should get paid for what, gamers condemn a Google Stadia Montreal creative director for saying streamers should be paying publishers. We touched on this briefly last week.
We did.
Like I told you, I said, look, if I made it home from work earlier last Thursday, I probably would have seen this and included it. So this has been on the hopper for a minute.
How did that work? Somebody explain. Like, what? Huh?
So Alex Hutchinson tweeted, streamers worried about getting their content pulled because they use music they didn't pay for should be more worried about the fact that they're streaming games they didn't pay for as well. It's all gone as soon as publishers decide to enforce it. The real truth is that streamers should be paying the developers and publishers of the games they stream. They should be buying a license like any real business and paying for the content they use.
Excuse me? Excuse me.
I took offense to someone who has to pay for all of my fucking games. Because I bought my license.
Who's not paying for games?
Apparently he's coming after all of the streamers who are being, paid to play the games that were provided to them by the developers and publishers, to promote, because it would help them make more money. So they would technically be getting more money than they would have others. I mean, let's think of a game like, I don't know, Among Us?
Yes.
Which was dead for 2 years.
It was dead for 2 years.
I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah, that game was rejuvenated back to life because of streamers. Like, literally, games have lived and died because of streamers, because of content creators. How many times have we seen like Gary's mod like prop hunt videos, and just people like playing a game, a usual $5 game that's modded to play another game, like Gmod Murder or whatever. Like, how many creators have made games popping because of X?
Exactly.
Like,
he was seriously lacking some mental fortitude to even put that tweet out in the universe.
And again, remember who I said...
What? Free advertising.
Remember who I said he worked for?
Right.
Google Stadia. The platform who, when they announced that it was coming out, said, hey, if you play a game on our platform, you can click a button. Oh no, you're streaming on YouTube Gaming. I don't know, the thing he's kind of railing against?
He's railing against the fact that Stadia sent out Founders Editions to other creators and streamers so they can get the product. News organizations.
He fucked up so bad.
Sundar had to come up and be like,
he was like, y'all, nah, like he out of pocket on that one.
Sundar literally like, who mans this?
I mean, last week was crazy for a lot of reasons for people coming out of pocket, but boy, when a big ass comes like, nah,
we don't know.
I don't know this dude.
They pulled a Kiki Palmer. Sorry to this man.
Head of YouTube
I would know him if I seen it.
The head of YouTube Gaming came out. I was like, look, we got a wonderful partnership with our streamers.
Yeah,
we don't know what the hell this nigga talking about.
I don't know what my man talking about. I don't know.
Somebody need to come hit their mans and tell him to shut up and shut his Twitter down, because he obviously
Sundar
trash.
Sundar needed to do like what was the bad guy in Watch Dogs 3? Not Watch Dogs 3. Watch Dogs 2.
I can't think of his name. I just call him Man Bun.
Yeah, Man Bun. When Man Bun chopped that dude in the throat, talk about, don't be yelling at me like this. My man needs a good throat chopping, because I mean, my lord. Think about that for a second. You're literally telling people that they need to buy a license for the game, which they're already doing, because that's how digital games work. I don't know who told you. That's welcome to games. Wow. How you doing? Telling you buying digital games. That's how games work. I don't know if you're not aware of that. I mean, you did make games. So I guess you were probably aware. I don't know if you were making game on floppy disks or DVD-ROM disks or whatever. I don't know, but this is how games work. You buy a license, you play that license, you stream that license, that game, and you get views. Some people don't get views, but I mean that happens. I mean, and and then you play these games, and people enjoy it, and they're like, "Oh, cool! I bought that game because you played it." How many times have I bought games that I was not even thinking about because DJ and J-Dub sold me on that game because they were playing it and having a good time about it?
I downloaded and played Genshin because you were playing it and talking it up.
Exactly. So we do that all the time. Like, how many people send me there'll be sometimes people send me some games because I'm like, oh, I played this game, and then I'm like, hey, you play this game, here's the DLC for it, and I'm like, I play it. And people are like, oh, what game is this? Oh, it's 2 Point Hospital. It's on sale for Steam. It's on sale for Steam right now. You can go pick it up. And that's not even me selling it because of it. That's just me saying, like, hey, I'm going to go talk about the game because I'm going to talk about it. and people watch me play it. I can't tell you how many copies of My Time at Portia I sold folk for me playing that game and me just breaking out in the song and like breaking out in the song every now and again and just having a good old time playing that game. And that game is like I keep saying, oh, it's this much, it's that much, it's this thing, it's on this thing. So I'm like, dude, that's what you do. That's what we do. What we do. I'm like, that's what we do.
Yeah.
So I don't understand it.
This dude fucked up.
This man fucked up, and I think he needs to take a couple minutes away from Twitter. I think he just needs to log out for a while. I think he needs to take him a 2-week sabbatical. You know, the news cycle's gonna keep moving. I know everybody's mad at another company right now for delaying a game. We might talk about that. But yeah, you know, just let that blow over. You know, best time to let things blow over right now. Yeah, best time. So just go on.
Ubisoft Plus is the new name of Uplay Plus, and it's headed to Google Stadia before the year's end. Ubisoft rebranded their subscription service. I think it's launching on Amazon Luna on November 10th, and it is coming later to Google Stadia. So yeah, keep an eye on that.
Yep.
Facebook Gaming has released a cloud gaming service, and of course, it's not available on Apple. Nothing new.
Nothing new.
Among Us has been overrun by a politically charged spam attack. Apparently, Among Us has become political.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I was sitting. What was it? Sunday? I think it was Sunday. And I was sitting in, you know, typing away, typing away. And I looked at my TV, and I usually have MSNBC playing in the background. And I thought I switched to Twitch. And I thought I had Twitch on my TV, because I looked over, and it was Among Us. And Among Us was on TV, and it was on MSNBC. And the reason why it was on MSNBC is because AOC was playing it and hit 400K viewers on it. And I was like, I literally was thinking to myself, like, oh, it's official. Like, if I am the creator of Among Us, I would be over the fucking moon that my dead ass game from 2 years ago got reborn recently, and now was a game that cracked over 400,000 views on Twitch. But I would be over the freaking moon.
But now they're having to work because apparently there are people who are hacking into the game. There's an influx of hackers that are going into public games, kind of spamming a message for one popular content creator who apparently is a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
Who, again, just like those people, it's like the same people in 2016 were just doing this shit for the Omega lols and don't give a shit. So if you're trying to play public game stuff Among Us, you know, be careful out there. Not sure what the status of it is now, but this article was out on Friday, Friday. So it was still bad Friday.
Yeah, that's a game you do not play.
Yeah, I don't know why there's a public version of that. Like, why is there public matches for this? I don't like talking through text. Like, no, I don't want to do that. If
you're not murking your friends, you're not. Don't do it.
This game does not seem fun in a public setting.
No.
So yeah. Kev, I put this one in here for you. And I know I talked to you about it on your stream earlier today.
We did talk about it.
Gears 5 on the Xbox Series X update brings Dave Bautista into story mode. He is apparently Gears is playing a Spider-Man and replacing replacing Marcus Phoenix with Dave Bautista.
That was like, remember how mad I was when they changed Spider-Man's face? I was mad because the person that I played for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, they changed my man's face, and that's fine. But after a while, I realized that I was being silly, and I was just being like, "Yo, whatever."
It seems like a very tame take now.
It was basically like, yeah, I'm a little miffed, but it's fine. I don't have to play it anymore. I'm going to be playing Miles. It's going to be okay. But imagine if you've played all of the Gears games, like from OG Xbox 360, and it's always been John DiMaggio, and that likeness, and then all of a sudden, they decided like at the 11th hour to then say, "Hey, it's gonna be Dave now," and I'm like, "Why?" First of all, it's not like it's not some different dude that looks like a different dude. It's a totally different dude, and then on top of that, Dave Bautista is a guy who played in a Bond movie, million dollar movie, and in a $1 billion franchises. So you're not going to be able to get my man's cheap.
Not to mention the fact he's a famous wrestler too.
He's a famous wrestler too. But that's what I'm saying. He's a famous wrestler that pretty much more people. But I bet money more people know him as Drax than they do ever for his wrestling.
I would know him more from wrestling.
I know him from wrestling, but I know more people would think of him as like, oh, that's Drax. Like,
I don't know.
I think so.
All that makeup on, like, I don't know.
I think so.
He's still pretty recognizable. I didn't know who he was. Honestly, I didn't know who he was before Guardians of the Galaxy. I didn't know.
Right.
I forgot. We're wholly different generations here.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, what you're not gonna do is that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, newer generation, yeah, that's what Young said. Newer generations, probably.
Yeah.
Like us, old millennials like us.
Wow, old millennials.
Yeah, we're old millennials now. We're the old man of the millennials.
I'm barely in the old category, barely.
Hey, you're not old. But yeah, so you're not gonna get but either way, you not gonna get my man Dave. You're not gonna get my man Dave for cheap. Now the guy who did Bender, you gonna get him for. You could definitely probably got him for cheap.
John DiMaggio is in a lot of things.
I mean, he's in a lot of things, but I
don't think he's as cheap as you think he is.
He's like Robert Paulson. He's in everything. We know his voice. We love his voice. But ain't nobody. But again, he ain't in no $1 billion movie.
That's a good
point. Paulson ain't in no big $1 million movie.
But he was a
Final Fantasy. He
was in Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, he was in Final Fantasy X. Yeah,
he's Bender.
Yeah, he's Bender. Yeah, but yeah, he's Bender and he's Waka. But still, who gonna get who? You know.
All right. So, all ranting aside, at least he is. It's optional. You do not have to replace Marcus Phoenix with Dave Bautista,
and they will not. That's the thing. Imagine you spend all that. Imagine you spend all that money to get the likeness of a man, and you make him optional, and you just basically say like, "Hey, you could not turn. You just not going. You just switch."
From what I hear, though, Dave Bautista wants to star in a Gears movie.
Yeah.
I think that's a thing. I think that is a thing, and that's why they're doing this. I don't know.
Now he can play Marcus in the movie.
Like, looking at Dave Bautista, that dude just built. He looks like his body is the cog suit.
Yeah, he definitely looks like a cog soldier. Like,
ass motherfucker, man.
I mean, he definitely looks like a cog soldier, man.
Him and The Rock, like they just look like they just wear the fucking suit.
Make him Marcus and then make other guy Dom, and then we get like, I would have said like, what's his name? Fuck, I forgot his name.
I don't know who else is like that.
Who's it? Like what was Ravage? The guy that was in the 18 movie. Was it Quentin?
Oh.
Quentin Ravage.
Dude was playing B.A. Baracus, but I can't think
of B.A. Baracus.
Wait, what 18? The old people?
The new one.
Either him
the
or
MMA fighter who was B.A. Baracus.
Yeah, either him or Winston Duke. They make a good Coltrane. Like good Cole.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I would probably get Winston Duke first.
Yeah, Winston Duke.
Also, did you know that the dude from Get Out was in that new Xbox commercial?
David Kaluuya, yeah.
I saw that commercial. That looks like that dude, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was him.
Then they confirmed it. I said, "Oh wow, okay."
I was like, all right, bro, get your coins, Dad. Yeah. Get your coins, man.
I was happy when I found it was him. So of course we were talking about Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk 2077 has released system requirements.
And they're good.
But the next day, they delayed it.
Then they delayed it. They were like, boop.
They
just kidding, guys. We have 9 consoles. We got to test.
Right. The thing is, so I mean, it's one thing. Great, delay it. Make sure it's good. It's fine.
Right.
Of course, I know a couple of weeks ago we talked about crunch. That this isn't stopping crunch. They're just crunching longer.
Yes.
Which is a shame.
Right.
But the thing is, the one thing that gets me is they didn't tell anybody.
Nope.
Everybody who was working on this game, the social media team, all of them found out that day. It was funny because people were posting screenshots of tweets where they were like, yo, so we're definitely going to be out on November. Like, you're definitely going to be out on this date. Yeah, I took my time off so I can play Cyberpunk. And the social media was like, yep, we're good to go. Just hours before the announcement came out.
Now they got to go. Now they got to go to their boss and like move the time back. Be like,
but yeah. So the system requirements. So now you got more time to get the parts ready if you ain't got them ready.
Yeah.
Minimum requirements are Windows 10, DirectX 12, a Core i5 3570K or AMD FX 8310.
Which I never recommend.
GTX 780 or RX 470, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 70 gigabytes hard drive space. Of course, SSDs are always recommended because why are you using a platter drive for games now? What are we doing? Recommended specs is 64-bit Windows 10, DirectX 12, and i7 4790 or Ryzen 3 3200G. GTX 1060 or AMD Radeon R9 Fury. 12 gigabytes RAM and 70 gigabyte SSD.
Millie rocks and 1060.
And it doesn't seem like there are ray tracing. Is it system requirements for ray tracing? If you want to see the effects of ray tracing on Cyberpunk 2077, then you'll likely need a GeForce RTX 2060 at the absolute minimum. Apparently, they did not provide those specs, but yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Just obviously just an RTX 2060 at the least, and you should be good.
Yeah, should be good.
All those people that took vacation, yep.
Crunchy.
Sad to see it.
Like peanut butter.
That's like me when I moved. I took a vacation because I thought I was going to move that week. Only to find out they pushed my move date back.
You just got to stay at the house.
I'm just going to sit right here. I needed that break anyway.
Yeah, take that time. Take the time.
Oh my God, Anka.
Now I don't. Now, I, for one, cannot figure out how in the fuck are they going to squeeze Control onto a Switch. I mean, they're going to do it, but that game is like, how?
So I included this, like I wouldn't have probably included anything from that Nintendo Direct, but I did include this one because of the fact that they're doing it via streaming. They're going to be streaming the game into a Switch. So yeah, if you want to play Control on your Nintendo Switch, make sure you have a good internet connection. Of course, there's a list of the PlayStation Plus collection on PS5 if you're interested. Bloodborne, Days Gone, Detroit Become Human, God of War, Infamous Second Son, Ratchet & Clank, Last Guardian, Last of Us Remastered, Until Dawn, Uncharted 4, and third parties Batman Arkham Knight, Battlefield 1, Call of Duty, Black Ops 3, Zombie Chronicles Edition. Fuck zombies.
All the hot.
Crash Bandicoot, Insane Trilogy, Fallout 4, Fallout 15, Royal Edition, Monster Hunter World, Mortal Kombat 10, Persona 5, and Resident Evil 7. If you have the Oculus Quest 2 or just any Oculus VR, and you matched your Facebook account to it, if you delete your Facebook account, you can lose your games. So
don't do that.
Don't do that. And for deals for the week, the PlayStation Plus collection is revealed of course, your first PS5 PlayStation Plus title, Bugsnax, is here. Talking about Bugsnax. Shadow of War and Hollow Knight Void Heart Edition. The thing is, so one thing I do want to point out about Bugsnax, they're saying if you buy Bugsnax for PS4 or PS5, you get the other one for free. But if you get the PlayStation Plus version of Bugsnax on PS5, you do not get the PS4 version. So keep that in mind. Bugsnax is for PS5 only.
Yep.
On PlayStation Plus. Games with Gold for the month of November. Our Origami Shadow Edition will be available November 1st through 30th, which I hate that they stagger these dates. I still do not understand. Anka.
Oh, that looks nice.
Anka, you need to talk to Satya and Phil and Aaron Greenberg and ask them why do they do this? Why did they stagger these dates? Why did he stagger these dates? It's weird. It's hard to read.
Wait, why did they do that?
They always do this. They always do this. This is not new.
I thought they just released everything at the beginning of the month.
No, they do not. I have an IFTTT applet running that reminds me every 15 days to download new Xbox Live stuff because I can't keep track of this shit.
Oh, I finally upgraded to Game Pass like a month ago.
Hey.
How is it that the Microsoft ambassador is late to this game?
Thank you.
You know,
Speak it.
That extra couple dollars that was attached to it, I couldn't afford it. You know.
You look. You need to tell Phil. You need to tell Major Nelson. Look, stop hogging all the money. Tell Jeff Rubenstein. So look, stop buying all them soccer jerseys.
It's sad.
What's going on, sad? So our Origami Shadow Edition is available November 1st through 30th. Swim Sanity November 16th through December 15th. Full Spectrum Warrior plays on Xbox One, available November 1st through 15th. Excuse me. And Indiana Jones, The Original Adventure is available is November 16th through November 30th. And of course, if you didn't hear the news, because it was a tweet and I didn't see any articles about it, but if you did not hear the news, every game that was backwards compatible on Xbox One is going to be ready for Xbox Series X. So all of these games that are coming out in November for Games for Gold will be playable on your Xbox Series X when you buy it.
That is how you do it, Sony. You don't release a console and say no backwards compatibility. What kind of sense does that make?
That's why I'm getting the Xbox.
Bunch of dummies.
We believe in
That's why I'm
generations.
getting the Xbox. That's why I'm getting the Xbox.
Exactly.
That's what I say. Because I'm like, listen, I want to be able to play Red Dead, the first Red Dead again, and I can't do it because my PS3 is dead.
Is PS2 backwards compatible? I don't remember.
Huh?
Because there's a lot of shit that's backwards compatible.
What Red Dead 1?
No, Crackdown 2.
Crackdown 2? I'm sure it is. I feel like it is.
I feel like there's a joke happening between Anka and Said, so I don't know.
But maybe
he's speaking this secret Microsoft language that we don't understand.
If we could still play Fusion
Fusion Frenzy?
Yeah, Fusion Frenzy. On Series X. Look, I think anything's possible right now.
Bill Gates would not let that go. Not let that console come out. Fusion Frenzy was not available.
It's like
his favorite game.
It's like Mark Cerny with Knack. He's like, dude, I don't care the first Knack can sell.
Hold on.
Make another one.
Hold on.
Say one thing. I'm gonna get that fridge.
You get the fridge.
So if y'all have not seen, apparently the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X fridge meme has become an actual thing now.
It's become a fridge.
They're giving away a Xbox Series X themed refrigerator.
I was like, when I seen that, I was like,
it's lit. It is. I want that in my house. Like, wouldn't that be so cool?
It would. It would. My wife would not like that though, but because it's only a fridge. It's no freezer. There is no freezer.
That's all right.
doing that.
Like, I don't
No,
know
you
where I
can put
would.
the freezer in the
like,
garage.
Yeah, you just need to
don't-
put it in the man cave.
But see, that's the
Right,
thing. Like, I
exactly.
don't know if a full size refrigerator would actually fit in here like that.
I mean,
I would try. I would try,
only
but
one way to find out.
yeah, you're right.
I wonder how many of them they're actually gonna make though.
Probably the only the one.
I think.
Other
No, I
than the
think-
one that I
one.
think Snoop Dogg got. I don't know.
Anywho. No, okay.
Kev, you were talking about NAC and how Cerny wouldn't allow NAC to not be available.
Yeah.
NAC isn't on this list.
See, that's what I'm saying. Literally, that's what I'm talking. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Because why?
Oh wait.
'Cause, like-
I'm sorry. Wait a second. I misspoke. NAC isn't on the list of the PlayStation Plus little collection thing,
Right.
but it could be backwards compatible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying that NAC should have been on this list.
Yeah, NAC should have been on the list because everybody should have the ability to play NAC at least once in their life. The first NAC, everybody should have the ability to play NAC. I played and I beat NAC. I bought it with I spent $5 whole American. I played the first NAC and was like, yo, I'm gonna stream NAC. Nobody watched it, but I still had a great time playing NAC and being pressed as hell by playing NAC. And I beat that game. I suffered and struggled, and I beat that game.
Anka, why?
Yeah, because I could,
Wow.
because I wanted to.
No, I get why you did what you did. I'm talking about Anka in the snack comment in chat.
Doesn't know what NAC is uncultured.
Anywho, I'm moving on to something that's near and dear to my heart because it's my favorite. My favorite. Fedora 33 is out. I'm excited. All of my servers are updated. Anka might have noticed a disruption in service, maybe if she was paying attention to her emails, because the email kind of went down for a few hours that day.
Wait, what went down?
Email did. Email had went down for a bit. Bob brought it back up. But it happened because I updated to Fedora 33.
You know I've been working on that compromise at work. You know you
See?
can't take nothing.
Best distraction. Don't go hacking shit, but thank you for hacking shit.
Hey.
But yes, Fedora 33 is out. Of course, I've updated all my shit. It was
Yeah.
very, very quick and painless. But again, this is something that means things to me.
Says right. Says KK's gonna put on his tombstone. I paid $5 for NAC and I beat it. Yup. And I beat it. Why? Because it was like, why did you climb that mountain? Because it was there.
Well, what do we say about things that are just because it's there, just because you can do it?
Doesn't mean it should. And guess what? I found out. Yeah, that was a full Dr. Ian Malcolm lesson right there. But guess what? I still did it. Hey, I still made them damn dinosaurs. That's what I did.
Oh
Shit.
my god. Aga.
Uncle, you did it.
You did.
You did. I don't know what you're talking about, but you did.
You made it through an episode without you falling asleep because I was going to drag you if you did.
Yeah.
I did fall asleep. I don't know if anybody noticed.
I noticed, but I didn't say anything.
Wow.
I'm just gonna I ain't gonna say where she did it.
Don't let me know. Don't let me know.
But I literally was like, yep.
Wait a second.
I ain't gonna say nothing. Let this major talk. Maybe she'll come back too.
I know what happened.
Yeah.
I think it was very obvious, and I just kind of I did ignore. I thought she was doing something else. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let that slide. I'm gonna let that slide.
Hey, I've had a long week.
You have. Thank you.
Yeah, you have.
But thank you though for still coming on though. Really do appreciate it. Again, the OG, the GOAT, the wonderful artist who brought to you this newly, I'm gonna call it a set, even though it's just a scene and it's just a source file in OBS. Who bought this amazing set? Who bought the art? And thank you so much, Anka.
I do anything for my friends. No, I didn't do anything for my friends. I love y'all.
We give you a whole bunch of shit, but again, we reckon you put in a lot of hard work and a lot of the things that you've been involved in over the years. And if nobody else will tell you this, we do appreciate the hard work that you do. We do.
Don't make me cry. Seriously, y'all about to make me cry.
We appreciate everything that you do. We thank you for all of that. Again, I'm gonna say this show would not exist if it was not for you. It would not exist in its second form if it wasn't for you. It would not exist in the third in this form right now if it wasn't for you. And again, with some ideas that I got that I'm gonna wait a little bit because I know you're busy.
You made two assets for 2 iterations. 3. So I appreciate that.
3
iterations.
3. Remember, she was a part of that first one.
Right. So I appreciate you. So I just want to say I believe we definitely, like I said, I believe that you got to give people their flowers while they can be able to smell them right now. And if you're not telling people, if we don't tell people we love them now in 2020, when the fuck are we gonna tell people we love you?
You're exactly right. Oh my gosh, you're so right.
So I'm gonna say from the bottom of my heart, on behalf of me, Major, Sin, who's probably on a warm, sunny beach somewhere. I hope, I hope, that we love you, and and you can easily just be the 4th person of this thing right now, and whatever. I'll tack a 4th one badly.
Again,
we'll make room.
There's
we'll figure
that.
It out.
Again, I know Sin specifically, but I know we've also wanted to try to involve more women in the show talking about tech. Again, the fact it took so many tweets. I don't know what Xbox and PlayStation's marketing departments were doing and not including women of color or people of color for that matter, but specifically women of color in covering these consoles. So it was good to see this week that multiple women of color were getting these consoles or unboxing, they're playing them, they're covering for review. It is amazing to see that.
It is.
And it would not, again, for us, it would not make any sense to not include women's voices on this channel for the show. Again, thank you.
Thank y'all.
Definitely want to open.
Y'all awesome.
Definitely want to open the floor up to other women of color, other women creators.
Yes.
Look, we want to amplify those voices because nobody else is doing it. We gotta look out for our own.
And I was just telling somebody that I met that I've recently become friends with in another server. I was sitting around realizing the IT field is really male dominated, and I just yesterday, a couple days ago, I was in a room full of men, and we were talking about things, and I literally said something that was, of value. Of course, not saying I don't say anything of value at work, but I said something, and it's like they kept talking, and somebody said the same thing I said, and then all of a sudden, they got recognition for it. I don't know. It was just.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
The STEM field is completely lacking in black women of color, black and women of color voices, and for it, for us to be more conscious about that fact, because I talk about that every day, every time I stream, protect black women, Black Lives Matter, and protect black women and people of color and women of color and LGBT community, because it's important, because when you have diverse backgrounds, you have different outlooks that you don't ever get to see, because you're so caught in this one perspective that you need to open up. And I'm that's what I'm saying with tech, and I'm with tech, and that's one thing that we had made very clear, we're not gonna talk over you. I mean, sometimes we get excited, we want to talk about stuff, but we want Anka. What's your take on it?
But that's different. Y'all value what I have to say. It's the other guys in this thing that we're interested in, that we share passion for, that don't give the respect, unfortunately. And I guess it's because they think women don't know what we're talking about, when in fact we do. So.
Yeah, when I encounter women like that, it's yo, I'm gonna shut up and listen, because it's crazy. Like it's spending time like in these fields, and it's just nothing but men, nothing but white men. Like in gaming, it is just like when I mentioned like not only like just being a woman of color, a black woman who knew tech, and also like being 15 years younger than me. Not that much, but like, to hear the wisdom is like, how are you not further than where you are now? Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
that all the time.
It's refreshing. It was refreshing to me. Like someone's like, I want to learn Linux. It's like, wait, what? And it's like it's sad. Like there are women out there who want to learn the stuff that I know, or that people like me know. But it's like it's so hard to find them because like they're not being put in positions to be found. So it's refreshing for me to hear that because like I know they exist, but it's kind of like hard to believe it sometimes because of the fact that they're fucking getting buried by everybody else who's wholly underqualified, but because of the fact that they look like this, you know, free pass.
I mean, we will literally be episode 3 of Lovecraft Country. We will literally just be on the side of the road while this woman of color literally bashed the shit out of everybody. Like literally, like say, do something. You better you come across this street. You want to. You better let her break your cars up. You come across the street, you gonna get hurt. We gonna hurt you. Now go ahead and do what you gotta do. Let it do what you gotta do. But you better not take your behind across the street. And that's what we need to do. We need to like, hey, I'm gonna come for you. You know, and I think that's what more men need to do, and like being like, shut up and let her speak.
Exactly.
You know? And if we do more of that, I think women will feel more comfortable in the skin. Well, not the skin, but I mean in the spaces that they inhabit, because they know that they can be able to say something and not be derided for being a woman. And know that somebody will literally say, "Hey, you can disrespect her if you want to, but you better not let me hear." Because I'm not having it with you. And let them know. And if we as men let them know that they can't be doing stuff like that,
they'll stop. Hopefully,
they will stop. No, they will stop because it's like they know because they know we go to cons and they see us and they be like. They don't want no on-site. So, you know, they don't want no smoke because I'm like, hey, bruh.
Hands.
Yeah. So, you know, that's I think, you know, that's a definite. But you're awesome, Anka. In short, yes. TLDR, you're awesome.
Yes.
And,
thank you.
And,
we'd love to have you back.
Oh, yeah.
But I know, anytime. You've got a very long day tomorrow.
Rest.
Fighting all the bad guys. Is there anything that you would like to plug or promote?
I mean, it's not really, we're not active right now because life, clearly, but my friends and I that live here locally with me, we have a anime show on YouTube called The Weave Closet. And while we're on hiatus, you can still join our Discord and just talk about anime or K-pop or games or share memes or anything like that.
If you got the links, you can dump them in the chat there. You know, I'll try to make sure I can get them in the show notes as well.
Right. Get them in the chat.
Yeah, yes, you can talk about it.
Young boy, please send this woman a Xbox Series X for review. It's not too late. We got 2 weeks.
Phil. Now I know you've been spending a lot of money lately. We know. We know you've been spending a lot of money. But you can do us a great solid is if you hook up our buddy Anka with an Xbox Series X and a Series S. Give her 2. That way she can have both. Yep. She can have one for one room, and then she can have the other one for the main thing. You know, whatever. You know, make that happen.
And send it in the refrigerator.
And send it in the refrigerator.
Put the Xboxes in the refrigerator and then send the refrigerator.
And then fill it up with our favorite drinks. What's your favorite drinks, Uncle?
Looks like it was bottles.
I mean, that I like that. I like cranberry juice. You know, the goat of all juices.
Fill it up with ocean spray. The whole, all the flavors. All of the flavors. All of them. All the flavors.
Again.
Hold on, I'm trying to get that link, y'all. I don't know how to work Discord.
It's all good.
All good.
So the weed closet. Anything else?
Honestly, that's it for now. I've got other stuff I'm working on, but I can't share it right now because I haven't really been able to work on it because hackers.
I know. Don't worry, I'm keeping them off of those for you.
Please, y'all, pay attention to what you're clicking on. That's all we ask.
There you go. Don't be clicking on stuff.
And don't bring your computer. Don't bring your infected computer to the network. Better not.
Offline that. Not even.
Don't do that. Kev, what you got going on, buddy?
Nothing much. I've been playing a copious amount of Graveyard Keeper. New DLC came out for that. Game of Crone. Really fun, really funny, really awesome game. Lazy Bear Games, really awesome developer. Then been blowing off the dust off the KKS Gaming Discord because I have free time. I have free time now. And I probably should be fostering my own community instead of sticking around into another community. But things and stuff and life and whatever and this phone that I like, and so I'm gonna definitely be doing more of tinkering with this phone and enjoying my standard boilerplate weekend. And that's about it.
All right, for me,
I hope you really enjoy it.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying I hope he really enjoys that phone. I kind of want it, but I have the X, so I don't need it.
You don't want the phone.
Play xCloud on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I bought it. But yeah, now that just doesn't seem like a thing I want to do anymore.
If it's like next year when this phone is way cheaper, yeah, you can pick this up. But to be honest, like if you got an iPhone 10, you good.
For me, it's been nice to be able to dabble in Android again and test Android things. So
yeah,
it would be nice to have that.
Yeah.
For me, sure, I had a shitty day, a shitty week myself. 18 terabytes of data gone. Apparently, it's going to cost $8,000 to $15,000 to professionally recover that data. So yeah, not having a great week. Luckily, everything's kind of settled down. People are still mad, but again, I still have a job, so
hey, they'll be all right.
They'll
be all right. You're in a much better position than I am right now. So,
so yeah, like that's why streaming has kind of been on a hiatus as of late. Yeah, this is my first stream back since Monday. But yeah, the streams don't stop here. Of course, Watch Dogs Legion came out today, but because I was doing this show, I could not stream it tonight. I will be streaming, provided nothing goes wrong tomorrow. I will be here tomorrow streaming some Watch Dogs Legion on the Xbox One X. Yeah. Saturday, I will be over at twitch.tv/extralife4kids doing a streaming 101 panel with a couple of other extra lifers. Kind of give some tips, tricks, and some secrets to charity streaming as game day for Extra Life is coming up on November 7th. Of course, you can help me out raising funds for Duke Children's Hospital by going to majors.house/extralife. I think I have a button for that.
Yep.
I do. Hooray.
Buttons, yay.
And of course, it's still not too late to sign up for Extra Life. You can go to extra-life.org/register to sign up. Still not too late. And again, I will be over on their Twitch channel Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So come through with your questions if you have any. It's mainly charity streaming, but look, I'll answer any streaming questions because it's still matters. And on Sunday, I will be on, and I swear I can never remember the name of the channel of the group. Give me a second here. I'm gonna. I swear, I feel bad because I should remember it, but I don't. Because I have a very terrible memory.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Don't mind me. Three Little Blurs. I will be on. So actually, the channel I'll be on is twitch.tv/cxdog. Let me post that in the chat. I'm gonna remember to try to post all this stuff in the show notes. Be at twitch.tv/CEEXDAWG I will be on Three Little Blurs talk show. Be talking with some dope black content creators. I think 2 of them are based in North Carolina.
Hey, just kidding. I don't claim North Carolina. Just kidding.
I mean, look, it's like the underground.
Right.
The black folks of North Carolina, I will claim y'all.
Right.
That's nah.
Y'all had it.
Yeah. But yes, I will be over there. I think the time for that show is 5 p.m. I will probably tweet that stuff out, let you guys know a little bit later. When that's going live, I'll be over there talking about Major's House, Tech Talk Thursdays, Extra Life, all that stuff. So definitely come out, show your support. Definitely love those guys. They're amazing to talk to. And then hopefully I'll be back on regular streaming again. So I'll be... No, take that back. I'm actually not streaming next week. I'm not, because game day is Saturday.
Oh.
Fucking can't do that. Cause there will still probably be a show. There'll still probably be Tech Talk Thursdays. I still want to do that. But there will not be any game related streaming because I will probably take that time to spend time with my family and tool up any Extra Life related stuff before I go live on Saturday. Speaking of which, because of the fact that, well, I'll have more information for that next Thursday. I don't want to load all this stuff up ahead of time. I'll let y'all know what's going on with Extra Life next Thursday. But some big stuff are happening. I'm busy. I'm fucking busy, man.
It's good to be busy, though.
It is. It honestly, like thinking about the show. Honestly, I've been really excited about the show. I was dreaming about this show last night.
It was a great show. I'm glad I could be here with y'all.
You were nervous.
I was nervous.
I know what to talk about.
and then
you held a whole conversation when I talked to my mom.
Yep.
But anywho, thank you all so much for tuning in to another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for, oh man, I forgot to mention what day it was. Thursday, October 29th, 2020. Anka, thank you so much for joining. Of course, the door is always open for the OG. And look, if you, hey, it's almost like, you know, you said trying to date someone, say, yo, if you know any friends, you know, that may be available to do a, you know, a tech podcast, you know, hey, you know, let me know. We'll have to get them on. I'm just saying. But yes, again, the door is always open. Again, we want to highlight those voices. So definitely, if you were interested, please let us know. We would love to have you on. Hopefully, again, when Anka's not too busy, we can get a 4th square so we can actually have 4 people on the show instead of having to wait for one person to go on vacation. So we can have an available square.
Hey, if we go on vacation, that just means we have to stream from the beach. That's all.
I mean,
oh, the dream. The dream.
But yes, thank you all so much. Of course, on behalf of KKS Gaming, on behalf of Sinziak, on behalf of IdiosynAnca, it's been your boy, Marcus Xilinx. Thank you so much. Of course, you guys could have been anywhere in the world, watching any stream in the world. You could have been reading the tech news yourself, but no, you let us use OBS Ninja and show you the new hotness because you just look, it's that much. Thank you so much. And of course, all I've got left to say to you wonderful people is I love you. Peace. How?
Bye.
Wakanda forever. Ye Bombay.
Hey.
Ye Bombay.